Welcome to Grambo's IMO. Today, I want to talk about judges. Many actions of Trump and his administration, both the 1.0 and now the 2.0 versions, have been challenged in court. This time, the issues range from banning birthright citizenship, to banning transgender people from the military, to firing thousands of federal employees, to freezing funding appropriated by Congress, and to deporting violent criminal gang members without due process in a German Gestapo-type way. Just within the last 60 days, 19 judges have ruled against the illegal efforts of Trump and his administration. These judges have been appointed by every president since Ronald Reagan, Republican and Democrat alike. This current effort to do things beyond the law is not the first time Trump has faced judges. For example, after the 2020 election, his team brought 62 lawsuits in 9 states, contesting the election processes, vote counting, and vote certification. Now, don't get me wrong, if improper and illegal things happen during voting, those things need to be brought to light and brought to a court of law. Many of these cases were heard by Trump-appointed judges. Trump-appointed judges. Many were dismissed by the judge after hearing the merits, finding the case frivolous or without merit. Unlike in the court of public opinion, Trump's legal team was unable to argue about election fraud in court because in court you need facts and evidence. 62 lawsuits, possibly 62 judges, no successes. That's a lot of different judges. And now in just 60 days, 19 judges have ruled against Trump. That's a lot of judicial input. These recent decisions have held that the status quo should remain until further hearings can be held. In many instances, they have found that Trump and his administration broke the law. I don't know if you know people who always have reasons why they're not responsible for their own problems. It's always somebody else's fault. They have the belief that they're above the law and above the rules, and they ought to be able to do as they please. If you're caught with your hand in the cookie jar, or the Social Security Trust Fund and all of our identifying private data, it's not going to fly to say it was somebody else's fault or that you just get to do it because you are you. Or it was a mean judge, nasty judge who caught you. Now, I imagine that you, my viewers, have never been to court because of a law you broke. The vast majority of Americans get through their whole lives without committing crimes that put them in court before a judge. But Mr. Trump finds himself before judges relatively often. All of these judges from all over the country can't possibly all be, as Trump claims, corrupt, bad people. I don't think it's the judges that are the problem here. I think the common denominator here is Trump and his law breaking. If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. If you don't want to be called out and held responsible, don't do the crime. If you don't want to be liable for sexual assault, don't sexually assault E. Jean Carroll. If you don't want to be guilty of 34 felony charges, don't cook your business books to hide the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels, which kept her from talking about your affair with her at a time that would have hurt your presidential run in 2016. If you don't want a judge to restrain you from using the wartime, that's wartime, Alien Enemies Act from 1798, to deport and disappear people in Gestapo-like fashion, don't deport and disappear people without due process. And never, never, never threaten our judges. Never. Judges have been harmed and even killed. Never foment violence against our judges. And Congress, grow a spine, speak up. Jim Jordan, Lindsey Graham, Ken Calvert, supposedly champions of law and order. Senators and Congress people, you know that this kind of behavior makes America less safe. Wake up, do your damn job, and stop this. So, that's Granbo's IMO for today. I want you to take care, be safe, and be kind.